Truth must be said, I am a Muslim and a Northerner, and I do not think Gumi represents what we stand for as Muslims. Yusuf, okay? Baba Yusuf, a strategist, policy advisor, and Group Chief Executive Officer of Global Investment and Trade Co. (GITC), has distanced himself from the views of Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmad Gumi on issues relating to insecurity and media engagement with armed groups operating in parts of northern Nigeria. Yusuf made the remark during an interview on Channels Television while discussing the security challenges facing the country and the role of influential public figures in shaping public opinion on matters of national importance. The discussion focused on the persistent insecurity affecting several parts of Nigeria, particularly in the northern region, and the ongoing debate over whether dialogue and negotiations with armed groups should be encouraged as part of efforts to restore peace. Speaking during the program, Yusuf expressed concerns over narratives that, in his view, could create confusion about the position of mainstream Muslims regarding violence and criminality. He emphasized that the teachings of Islam should not be interpreted in ways that appears to justify unlawful acts of violence against innocent citizens. According to him, the actions and views of individuals should not automatically be regarded as representing the broader Muslim community, especially on sensitive issues such as banditry, terrorism, and other forms of violent crime. According to his words, I am a Muslim and a Northerner, and I do not think Gumi represents what we stand for as a Muslim, Yusuf stated during the interview. The comment appeared to be a direct response to positions that have often been associated with Sheikh Gumi regarding engagement with armed groups. Over the years, the cleric has attracted public attention for his comments on dialogue with bandits and the need to understand the factors driving insecurity in affected communities. Yusuf, however, maintained that the overwhelming majority of Muslims reject violence against innocent people and support efforts aimed at safeguarding lives and properties. Okay, he stressed that religious leaders occupy influential positions within the society and should therefore use their platforms to promote peace, unity, and respect for the rule of law. He further argued that public figures must exercise caution when discussing issues that have significant implications for national security, noting that their statements can influence public perception and affect communities already struggling with the consequences of violence. According to Yusuf, insecurity has inflicted enormous hardship on millions of people across northern Nigeria. He cited the disruption of economic activities, displacement of families, destruction of livelihoods, and interruptions to educational opportunities, and some of the major consequences of the crisis. He also emphasized the need for collective actions involving government institutions, community leaders, religious organizations, and citizens to address the root causes of insecurity while ensuring that criminal activities are not excused or normalized. Okay? Abdullah says, now your own vex me, pals. Why do you say you think, I think? What are you thinking? It is glaring now. It is clear that Gumi to me is not righteous. Is not a righteous Muslim practicing Islam. Allah is watching everyone's deeds. Islam does not promote violence. Islam kicks against unnecessary taking of innocent lives. This is terrorism. Okay. These people are terrible liars. It is written in plain black and white in your Quran to buy the infidels anywhere you find them. Buying and fighting for the cause of Allah is the only thing that guarantees automatic entrance into Allah's deluded paradise and be rewarded with full-breasted virgins. Abdullah Yahya replies and says, please kindly quote where it is written in the Quran in either English or transliteration of the Quran, then I will respect you. This is mere Western propaganda. Don't fall for it. Oh, really? Okay. Jay says, Gumi must be deleted from under the sun. Like, they need to do something about that man. Abdulkadir says, Baba Yusuf, thank you for this correction. The teachings of Islam should not in any way justify unlawful acts. Felicia Afo says, the government should label and tag as person of special interest and should be called in for interrogation. He can't be seen to be siding with bandits and still claim to be innocent of their crimes. Adidika says, truth is bitter. Uchenna says, I don't understand. What don't you understand? Michael Awodia says, Islam is our problem in Nigeria and the world at large. Okay. John says, Sheikh Gumi is supposed to have been arrested long ago, because even without trial in court, it is obvious that he is a bandit and a leader of terrorism in Nigeria. Ben says, Gumi is the real version of Islam. Why I like the man, he doesn't pretend like the other Muslims. Chaplain Chuck says, so what is the security officer waiting for? They can't arrest him because he's Fulani and part of the agenda. Oluwale says, you're only deceiving yourself. Ashley says, please arrest Gumi now. He's using terror to enrich himself. That's exactly what he's doing. Nimi says, in the first place, check very well. The man called Gumi is not a Nigerian. Secondly, the Nigerian government is not just ready to arrest Gumi. Gumi is a terrorist. Yes, he's a bandit. That's what he is. Sunday says, the man Saudi Arabia rejected and denied access to their country because of the insecurity he imposed. Nigerians now invited him. Oyo state government allowed him into their state. It is well. Olale says, former Muslims in Yoruba land, former Muslims who could not stand the cruelty in Islam, read out what is in your Quran and it is fearful. For example, why should you buy people who left Islam? Why must you collect jizya from non-Muslims if you leave them and not buy them as places you dominate? Why must you terrorize non-Muslims as commanded by Allah? It is terrorists that are doing what Allah commanded. You are not a good Muslim. You should live peacefully with non-Muslims. It is well. At X says, Gumi is a terrorist. Say it plainly. Don't quote it. Don't sugarcoat it, bro. Romano says, God bless you for saying the truth, not like others in your religion who carry religion on their head. Think that religion would save them, not knowing that in all religion in this world as a whole, none of them will save mankind except if you are doing good before your creator God. Example, Oyinbos don't believe in religion but believe to do good before mankind, which was what God instructed us in the book of Moses and Jesus, Exodus 20 verse 1 and Luke verse 18. Look at the people making noise in the name of religion. Maybe Tanana says, good talk. As bitter as the truth is, we must face it squarely, no matter whose ox is God. Good talk, okay? Ademola says, fools. What's happened? Balogun says, what will you think before, even after your honest confession? Okay. Alayinde says, however, is Gumi now bigger than Nigeria, but it's looking like it. It's not because we have a corrupt and unserious government at hand, else Gumi is supposed to be a dead man by now, instead of allowing him to destabilize the whole country with his speeches. Alayinde says, how I wish Muslims can be banned in Nigeria because of their happiness to crime, and they call themselves the religion of truth. Anyway, it is the opposite. It is well. And listen, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.